Yo, what's up guys, I'm Charis and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing a quest guide for the Desperate Measure quest, so let's get started. The requirements for this quest are the Desperate Times quest, level 50 Archaeology and level 50 Agility. The required items are 100 earthen glass that you can have in your material deposit, you don't have to bring them with you. The measure, which is obtained during the quest, so don't even worry about it. And combat gear for a fight at the end of the quest. As for the recommended items, you need your Archaeology Journal to teleport to the Archaeology Guild, a teleport to the Heart, a Fair Ring or a Phoenix Lair teleport or some other way to getting to the Piscatoris hunting area, and the highest level Mattock you can. That'll speed up the quest a little bit. You can also bring mobile and dual wield melee for bladed dive since there's a little bit of running around for the quest. To start the quest, you want to speak to Saren in Birthrope. The quickest way to get here is using the quest hub, so you can use the Varrock Lodestone to get to the quest hub and then use the portal there, which will take you to the most recent quest. Once you get here, just speak to Saren and accept the quest to get started. From here, you want to teleport to Anachronia and talk to Mr. Muradet, which is the dragon located at the base camp. Then you want to head north towards the beginning of the agility course, but instead of going into the agility course, you want to go to the left and go down the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, you're going to find Thok and CHAROS, and you want to talk to them and pick option number 1. You'll be put into a memory and you'll gain control of Thok. You want to walk over to CHAROS, go over the dialogue, and then smash the dinosaurs that spawn. Once you smash the first few dinosaurs, you want to keep going up the path and smashing the dinosaurs that will spawn as well. And after a little bit, you'll be teleported to a bridge where Laniakea is. You want to talk to her and then walk across the bridge. Once you're across the bridge, you want to talk to Laniakea again, and after going through all the dialogue, you're going to be put back to where you started with CHAROS and Thok. Once you spawn back outside, there's going to be an excavation site just like the archaeology ones, just southeast of where you're standing, and you want to excavate it all the way through until you get the artifact. Once you get the artifact, you're going to go to an archaeology table and repair it. This is where you need to have the earthen glass in your material deposit box. With the repaired artifact, you're going to go back to Thok and CHAROS and talk to them again, and another excavation site will spawn, and you want to excavate that one as well until you get your second artifact. Once again, you want to use your Archaeology Journal to go to the Archaeology Guild and use the there to repair that artifact as well. Once again, you're going to take that artifact to CHAROS. After going through the dialogue, you're going to teleport to the Ranch Out of Time. Once you get there, you're going to speak to Hannibus, and you can skip all of the chat options. Hannibus is going to ask you to meet him at the ruins northeast of Anachronia, and this is a pretty, if you don't know how to get there, just watch the now. Otherwise, you can just get there yourself and skip ahead a little bit. Once you get to Hannibus at the ruins, you want to speak to him and enter the door. Once inside, you're going to run in and talk to Hannibus again and pick option number 1. Then you're going to speak to him once more to start a memory. Just click option number 1 again. In the memory, you're going to want to do 2 things. The first one is just wait inside for the Dragonkin to walk over to the pillar and enter the combination. Once he's done that, you're going to click cycle on one of the symbols and just go through the chat. And you want to memorize the symbols or screenshot them because you're going to need them in a bit. Once you got the symbols memorized or screenshotted, you're gonna go back to Hannibus, click option number 1 to exit the dream, and you're gonna enter the symbols on the pillar outside of the dream. You know you're doing this correctly if you get a dialogue every time you put a correct symbol in. Once all the symbols are in, you're gonna go back to Hannibus and enter the dream sequence again. On your second time in the dream, you want to follow the dragonkin that goes outside, so go out the door and follow him up to the other door that is in the front of the ruins. And right before he gets to the door, he's going to chant something. You're going to have to remember that, and it'll go in your chat as well, so just make sure you remember it. Once you know what the code is to go inside the door, you can go back to Hannibus on the other door, exit the dream sequence, and this time you're going to exit the door again outside of the dream and go to the front of the ruins. You're gonna enter the door using the code that you saw from the dream, and you're gonna speak to Hannibus inside. You're gonna start the dream again, and you're gonna have to go through all the chat until a cutscene starts. After the cutscene, Carapac will become attackable, and even though you won't be able to deal any damage to him, you wanna keep attacking him until he starts talking. Once he starts talking again, you wanna go through all of the chat, and if you want, read all of the dialogue as well. I'm not much of a quest person, so I just skip all the dialogue and all of the cutscenes, but if you are, I've heard this quest is actually really interesting. Once all of the dialogue is over, you want to lodestone to Varrock and go just south to use the quest portal again and talk to Saren. After going through the dialogue, Saren will tell you to go speak to Primrose, who is located just northwest of this. You can get here by using the fairy ring code AKQ, or using a Phoenix Lair teleport, or you can also just teleport to the Gothic's Memorial. Once you get to the Piscatori's hunting area, you're gonna run northwest all the way, walk across the bridge, and enter the house. This is a pretty long run, so this is where Surge and Bladed Dive are also useful to make this faster. Once inside the house, talk to Primrose and go over her chat options. You'll know when you've gone over all of the necessary chat options by looking at your quest log, and it should be updated. After talking to her, you want to go back to Saren, but do make sure your quest log is updated because you don't want to have to run all the way back here. When you talk to Saren, she's going to tell you to meet her outside of the Heart, which is God Wars 2. This is where you're going to use your Heart teleport and then just exit to talk to her. She's going to be right outside. On Saren, choose option number 1 and she'll teleport you to Jazz, and you'll have to talk to her about Carapac. Once again, you're going to have to go through most of the dialogue. Actually read the options you're choosing because you don't want to make Jazz angry, otherwise you can't progress through the quest. And you know you're done when you click ask about something else and you see can you help as one of the options. Once you see that, just click it. Once you're done with Jazz, you want to teleport back to Anachronia and talk to CHAROS, who this time will be just right next to the lodestone. Next up is a fight against dinosaurs, and to start it you want to unequip your weapons and speak to Thok. For this fight you'll get a tutorial where the people that are helping you will tell you what they're good at, and then you have to move them around and select if you want them to target the strongest, weakest, closest, or furthest dinosaurs. And then waves of dinosaurs will start to come into the base camp. There are 3 entrances, one is north, one is south, and one is west. And if the dinosaurs get to the lodestone, they'll start to attack it, and once its health runs out, you'll have to start over. You want to position the people to protect the base camp as well as you can. Also, you can attack as well just by standing next to a dinosaur. Give this a couple of shots, just moving your characters around as well as you helping them out. Just make sure the dinosaurs at the lodestone are being dealt with. After failing this twice, you'll get an option for an easy version, so if you just want to get through the quest, I'd recommend you choose that option and just finish this fight. Once the fight is complete, you're going to be put back into the base camp, and at this point you want to speak to CHAROS once again. This time he'll be back to where you found him the first time, just outside of the ruins. You're going to get the measure in your inventory, and CHAROS is going to ask you to find him 4 times around the island. On screen now you can see the 4 locations where you can find him. Make sure to pause here if you want to get to these locations by yourself, otherwise I'm going to play a clip of me going to every single one of these locations. Each time you find him, you're going to have to use the measure on him. You just want to click it on your inventory to place it. You know this works if he disappears. His first location is right next to where you usually speak to him, so make sure you get that one first. Also talk to him and go through his dialogue before you place the measure. I was getting a bug here where I was placing the measure and he wouldn't disappear, so to solve this I just went to the lobby, went back in and placed it, and he disappeared that time, so that's how I knew it worked. I'm gonna let this clip play for people who want to see just how to get to him in each location. So if you don't want to see this, just go back to the image and skip ahead to the next part of the quest. After you find him all 4 times, you're gonna go back to where you usually talk to him, and after going through the dialogue, you're gonna be able to go into Carapac's life right behind him. The first thing you need to do once you're in here is look at it, because this place is awesome, but really just go southwest, interact with the lectern, and you'll get a journal. In here there are 4 main rooms. Each of the rooms has a pylon and a symbol. To solve this puzzle, you need to deactivate each pylon, and to do this you need to type the correct god's name into the pylon with the symbols. To know the correct name for that pylon, you need to look at the symbols on the wall and then use that to decipher it with your book. The easiest way to decipher what the symbols on the wall say is just looking at the number of characters in the word and then looking at the first and last symbol to see if they're the same. For example, Shenerath and Calistrak both have 9 letters, but Calistrak starts and ends with a K. So you can see if the symbol, the first and the last symbol are the same, you know that's Calistrak. On screen now you can see which symbols correspond to which pylon. So the first one is the northwest room, and you want to type in when, and those are the symbols. Then southwest is full, northeast is jazz, and finally southwest is big. Once you deactivate all of the pylons, you want to run north to the room that you just unlocked, and you're gonna have to fight the Blackstone Dragon. If you didn't bring your combat gear, this is the time to go bank, and the fight is really not that hard. You just have to DPS him down, that's pretty much about it. Just avoid the fire and wait for him to stop doing it, because you can't damage him while he's doing the Ring of Fire. It goes in a spiral, just stay away from it and kill the Blackstone Dragon. Once you defeat him, Carapac will appear and you can go through the dialogue. Once that dialogue is done, you'll get a timer for 2 minutes to get out of the tunnel. The laboratory will start to collapse and you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. Just run through the path. You'll get blocked by rocks sometimes, but you can just go around them, and sometimes you'll get blocked in completely and the people that helped you before will come in and help you again. And really all you have to do is look for a way out. If you get blocked in completely, just look for a different path. Even if it doesn't seem like that is going to be the way out, you'll trigger one of your friends to help you and break down some of the rocks. After escaping, just go through all of the dialogue one last time and then teleport back to Saren and speak with her. And that's it, congratulations, quest complete. After the quest, there's a few things you can do, starting with upgrading your cosmic focus. To do this, you're gonna go back to where you talked to Hannibus about the dream, and there's gonna be 2 new excavation sites here. After excavating these all the way through, you're gonna get 2 artifacts. These artifacts only need Orthen glass to repair, so you wanna go to the Archaeology Guild and use the workbench to repair both of these. Once you repair both artifacts, you wanna go to Anachronia and talk to the base camp manager. You can right click him and click Archaeology Collections and contribute both artifacts to the collection. Once you give him both artifacts, he's gonna give you a Cosmic Pyramid, which you can combine with your Cosmic Focus to make a Cosmic Accumulator. The Cosmic Accumulator prevents Sprite Focus from dropping below 20% when excavating, and it has a special effect which provides a 33% boost to Sprite Focus for 60 seconds, which has a 1% chance to activate. The second thing you can do is build yourself a Rema Totem. This totem allows the player to activate any of the currently placed totems from the base camp. To build it, you need 150,000 stone, wood, and vine, and the totem top, which is acquired from selling animals in the Anachronia dinosaur farm, the middle, which is found by mining in Anachronia, and of course the base, which you got as a reward for the quest. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Click on screen now to go to my channel, my playlist, or my most recent video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!